We're back at Disneyland!
Leave today and enter the world of Random Land.
Today, we're here in Fantasyland. Normally, I would be telling you about the history of one of the attractions or showing you some little detail or amazing craftsmanship, but today I want to do something completely different. Since I'm here so much, looking around at Disneyland, I often notice things that I think are just a little bit weird. So today, I just want to look at a few, let's say 5 weird things in Fantasyland. Come on. For starters, let's take a look at these 3 characters. No, that's not one of the 3 little pigs or Tyler Evans. That's actually Mr. Smee. There's Captain Hook right there. And this, of course, is the Croc that ate Hook's hand. Now, at first glance, you think, a couple of Peter Pan characters hanging out in Fantasyland? Nothing weird about that. Until you remember that there's already a Peter Pan attraction right here at Fantasyland. I don't know. Seems pretty weird. If for nothing else, then how weird the pig like Mr. Smee looks. Weird. Disneyland, of course, exists in the modern world, and so it has to have all kinds of water meter covers and pipes, vents, all kinds of different drainage holes. I mean, it has to exist in the real world, so there has to be some concession away from theming and towards practicality. As a result, sometimes you see vents, sometimes you see rain gutters on some of the themed buildings here, but this one I thought was a little bit weird. But look at this. It's the weird brick hole. Now at first glance, it just seems like a regular outlet for one of those drain pipes from a rain gutter. But then you start to realize that's a drain pipe. It's kind of designed so that the water shoots right out on guests' feet as they enter and exit this gift shop. So if it's a drain pipe, it's still weird. If it's not a drain pipe, what is it? Brick hole. Weird. You know, despite some of the scarier parts of the scary dark rides, like Snow White's Scary Adventures, Fantasyland is pretty much the happiest place in the happiest place on Earth. Which is why this right here, next to the heraldry shop, is a little bit weird. I'm talking about this mailbox. Now the fact that it's a mailbox isn't actually weird at all. There's actually mailboxes scattered all over Disneyland, and they really work. You can drop mail in there, and it will get sent to wherever you address it to, as long as you put correct postage. What makes this particular mailbox weird is that right in the middle of all this happiness is this. Death. Death mailbox. This is the mailbox that sent mail to Detroit. I don't know, I guess it is next to a weapon shop here, but still, this seems a little bit weird. Oh yeah, Hidden Mickey. Tyler Evans? What you looking at, Tyler?
Oh hey man, I was just noticing Mr. Toad's like really into himself.
You talking about how there's just like a million toads all over Toad Hall?
Yeah, like he really toaded this place out.
Well, I mean, it's Mr. Toad. He was really into himself. It's kind of the point, right?
Nothing weird about that.
Egotistical, but not weird. Now, Fantasyland's flooring changes quite a lot, but it's actually pretty realistic because in medieval towns, there wasn't just always one kind of pavement. As each section was built throughout history, you know, the flooring kind of changed. Different types of stone, different types of brick. But there's something particularly weird about one of the pieces of Fantasyland's floor. This thing is weird. I mean, you can see a little flecks of white stuff in some of the other ones, but this guy really stands out. I always just assumed these were bricks, but they're clearly some sort of red stone. And then somebody chose to put one piece of stone that's half quartz or something. Look at it. It's half white. That's the only one as far as the eye can see in either direction. It's just white. Weird. One really cool thing about the theming in Fantasyland is all the themed weather vanes on top of the appropriate attraction. For example, Mr. Toad has got himself in a car on Toad Hall, Peter Pan has got a pirate ship and a crocodile, Pinocchio's got one of Geppetto's toys out in front of the building, and also a whole bunch of fish, which kind of reminds you of that underwater scene with Monstro the Whale and Jiminy Cricket. But there's one spire, and it's over here by Pinocchio. It just This seems really weird to me. It's this one, right here. I mean, I know Pinocchio wasn't delivered by a stork. What gives? For a second I was thinking, maybe that's the stork that brought Dumbo to his mother, Mrs. Jumbo. But if you look more closely, that's no elephant. That's a human child up there.
Oh no! Don't drop the baby!
I don't know. Maybe there's a really good explanation, but for the moment, it seems weird. Well, there you go. 5 weird things from Fantasyland. What do you think? Should we do more weird things from other lands? Should we check out more weird things in Fantasyland in the future? Let us know by leaving a comment down below. And we'll see you later, alright? Be sure to check out our website, LiveFastDiePoor.com. We'll see you in Random Land. Bye-bye! I'll never be able to unsee that. Also, is that papyrus font? That's weird too.
Weird. I wonder where the stork is that brought me. I don't think I might have been brought by Flamingo.
You know what the weirdest thing is in Fantasyland today? You.
Tough but fair.
Someone's a little sleepy.
He's done his duty. Now he's gone to Fantasyland to sleep well.